Love Christmas movies. Don't really like the season. Trying to find my Christmas spirit. Maybe these movies will help. Let's start with Christmas Craft Fair Massacre from 2022.
Just a friendly reminder, the Central High School Carnivores are hosting their annual Christmas Craft Fair this weekend to support the school and get some great deals for Christmas.
I have a really bad feeling about this.
Well, I suggest you open up the gate.
The Satanic Nativity?
Is that good or bad?
It's bad.
I just love this time of year, don't you?
My wife does craft shows.
My wife.
She sells dog bandanas. I'll put a link to her work on Instagram. Over the last few months, we've been doing a ton of Christmas craft fairs. Other than the demons, I can say from a first-person perspective that Christmas Craft Fair Massacre is the most realistic and truthful movie about craft fairs ever committed to celluloid or digital video. Max Rabin and Bando Glutz, in the words of Judith Priest, I can neither confirm nor deny that these people were Brett McCormick. Houston Central High School was built on a Native American burial ground. I live next, the second biggest one in the country, which means it is Lord devil worshippers there, like Principal Mortimer Shade, to find the one pure soul, Joey Purebred, with the help of the mask-wearing Ned. He's also struggling against the lady who runs the mall, Margera Pendragon, who wants her soul as well. Yes, this movie may feel like it's been shot on phones, and it has, and has a long talking sequence edited together to make it seem like everyone's in the same room, but they aren't. But who cares? It has a priest, a shaman, someone who may be the director as well, and a nice lady all working together to drop a telekinetic nuke on a craft fair, saving the world and our souls. I have been to so many of these things. You do not know what I would give to drop a telekinetic nuke on a craft fair. I've sat in these and stared at the clock for what seems like days upon days, and only 10 minutes has moved, and maybe I don't want to be there, but I really love my wife. I'll do anything for her. But
My wife.
If I could nuke the Monongahela Y before sitting there for 8 hours while someone next to me super hard sells fiber-filled pillows, and I've heard their lines hundreds of times, I would give Oppenheimer a boner from beyond the grave with the nuke that I would drop.
Hey, what about Major Kong?
Every review that I read online that doesn't understand this movie, written by a person without holiday spirit, I'm finding the true magic of Christmas, kind of like Charlie Brown's Tree. And that leads me to, oh boy, Ayanna Schoen's Christmas Hypnosis from 2021.
What do y'all expect me to do?
Stop smoking before Christmas.
Mm-hmm. You need to pull back, sis.
Yes.
The weed?
Oh God, it's in my house.
Do you feel the spirit moving?
Yeah.
Wait, you do?
Ma'am, have you found Jehovah?
Let me put you into some game.
No, not like this.
Bro, why they got all these boxes coming? Bro, they actually, bro. So can we start off with like meditation or something?
Yeah, without the weed this time.
Mm-hmm.
Your mom broke her foot at the kickball tournament.
This year, you gonna be hosting the Christmas dinner? Wait, Mom, wait. My house is not.
Ayanna Schoen, Christmas Hypnosis.
Who's Ayanna Schoen? Well, Ayanna Schoen's from Birmingham, Alabama, but now lives in Minneapolis, Minnesota, as a multi-hyphenated content creator, having worked in the music industry, communications, and a celeb photographer as well, starting CBA Film Studio, a full-service production company focused on creating original content with a focus on green screen music video production. I'm reading from the press release. She has also created a weekly beginner one-on-one photography training vlog that lends a unique and gritty feel to the world of vlogging by embracing hip-hop and urban scene with tremendous flair. This is her first full-length film, and she's also made another Christmas movie just in time for the holidays. Well, Nikki faces being 30 and not having a kid, and her mother keeps giving her so much drama about it, she decides to lie for some time before deciding to have a baby for real. The problem, all the marijuana she smokes makes it impossible for her to get pregnant. I'm not sure if that works, but the American College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists said because of concerns regarding impaired neurodevelopment as well as maternal and fetal exposure to the adverse effects of smoking, women who are pregnant or contemplating pregnancy should be discouraged from smoking marijuana. Sean told Birmingham Times the key takeaway will be faith and manifestation. Also understanding, recognizing that you're more than enough to seek forgiveness. I don't think the character Casey is named for Edgar Casey, but if people started naming their kids Criswell and Blavatsky and Casey and Anton, I would be super happy. My life would be better. Start doing that. If you're going to have a kid, name it after a sorcerer or some kind of devil worshiper.
Perhaps on your way home, someone will pass you in the dark, and you will never know it, for they will be from outer space.
This movie also has Trey Chaney, Poot from The Wire in the cast. You may not recognize him with the wig and afro. He's the hypnotist who tries to get Nikki to stop smoking. Can you stop doing drugs by Christmas? God, no. I'm on drugs right now. If you have to host it and do all the cooking, shouldn't you smoke it even more? Can't you just take edibles and no one is the wiser? I mean, I always say that. I say, no one's the wiser. And I go upstairs, my eyes are bright red. And my wife says, what's going on? And I start laughing and go in the other room. We're on Tubi. We're finding movies. What about Trapping for Christmas?
Lord, what am I gonna do? I can't believe they doing this to me.
Christmas year. Here you go, ho. I got shit to do.
Can I see your ID, please?
What the fuck he said? What the fuck y'all nigga got? Fuck who he is, nigga. Shit, nigga. I did what I told you. Fuck these folks talking about, man.
Just business. All those people, they don't have the brains or the resources to outsmart me.
I don't give a damn for my daddy.
I got to get her ass.
Everybody get up.
You got a problem, bro. Real shit.
Don't spill it then, nigga. Well, Christmas gonna be ugly this year. I ain't never seen no Santa walking.
Lord, if this is my last chance, I am screwed.
Trapping for Christmas. I'm gonna be trapping for Christmas. Trapping for Christmas. I'm gonna be trapping for Christmas. Gotta go and get a sack. Gotta look out for my loot. Gotta go and get a pack. Gotta look out for my loot. Trapping for Christmas.
What is trapping? 53-year-old white guy here to explain trapping to you. It's from the Urban Dictionary. Trapping is the art of dealing or selling illegal drugs for the accumulation of wealth. Drug dealers often partake in trapping. It's from Atlanta. I was trapping on the corner when the 5-0 rolled up, or he's trapping at the party and made a killing.
Attention all shoppers. If you have a sweet tooth, we have a special treat for you. If your purchases in the next half hour amount to $5 or more, you can have the whitest white boy ever. Do you hear how white Sam is?
Midnight Black is an Atlanta record producer who's worked with Young Jeezy, 8-Ball, and McGee, Greg Street, and others. If you told me one of this wasn't real, if I could have made one up and none would be the wiser. He wrote and did the music for this. Director and co-writer Lisa Mandrell also made Haunted Trail, another Tubi movie. As for the story, Granny May is about to lose her house to the bank, but her grandchildren, 808 and TR, they're named for drum machines, work to use their trapping skills to save it. There's also a sex worker named Pretty Peach, who played by Phyllis Tank Allen, who scammed Ben out of money. A dude named Mushi, who's running into all sorts of scams when he's getting that weird curl in the middle of his head, worked at in a barbershop. A trap news TV crew with a British girl, Erica Duchess Stincombe, I have no idea who that is, reporting on the goings-on, and actors with names like Mr. Elmo, Mr. Fireball, Crumb.com, and Trap Boy Hot, who all basically yell as loud as they can at the camera.
Hello, Samuel. This is your old friend John Carradine from Haunted Hollywood. I know you love me, but were I alive today, you know I'd be in all these Tubi movies and doing scenes opposite Crumb.com.
Merry Christmas. Everything that gets called trap in this movie is. There's trap milk. There's an amazing scene where a tax bill comes, and it's just a piece of paper. It's handwritten with a Sharpie, and it says, tax bill, $10,000. You know, people looked down at Cheech and Chong, and then ICP made movies, and people saw what Cheech and Chong did, and they said, that's probably high art. It's kind of like the same thing. I mean, everyone is at 11 or higher on the volume scale and really believes in what they're doing, even if it's stuff like a guy named Drum getting made fun of at a barbershop and then screwed over by a girl and then getting butt naked on the news. There's a bad Santa, but I have no idea what Christmas has to do with the rest of this, even though the grandmother's losing her home at the worst time of the year. This is not the worst to-be Christmas movie I've watched, which says something, as the movie would say. Merry Trappmas, everybody. But you still into Christmas? All right. Well, let's find another one. How about the 12 disasters of Christmas?
You better not cry. You better not frown. You don't want Santa to strike your mom down. Tomorrow, in a sci-fi original movie.
The countdown to the end has started.
No, it's not Santanado, but something far more terrifying.
You've got to warn people.
12 Disasters, a sci-fi original movie. Tomorrow on Sci-Fi.
Made in 2012. Remember 2012. Not only is this a holiday movie, it's a Mayan calendar movie in the moments before JC's grandmother is killed by a giant icicle. She gives her a mystic ring and tells her she's the chosen one who can stop the end of the world on December 21st, 2012. Before you laugh at that, let me tell you this. JC was born right on Christmas in a town named Calgary. Her parents, their names are Joseph and Mary. And the song The 12 Days of Christmas isn't just annoying. I hate that song. It also explains the different disasters that the Mayans believe will fall the human race. Yes, the Mayans wrote The 12 Days of Christmas. Amazing, directed by Stephen R. Monroe, the guy who remade I Spit on Your Grave, and written by Sidney Roper and Rudy Thalberger. This is like The Dome plus The Mist plus every sci-fi Armageddon movie you've ever seen, plus a magic ring and special effects that include shaking the camera to make it seem like there's an explosion. Christmas lights come to life. Birds unlife themselves. A mist freezes and kills people. And only 5 golden rings can save everyone. There's also a geomantic Mayan compass that everyone has to use to make their way to find them. There are also super religious people who want to sacrifice JC to save the world, but she ends up figuring it all out. So will you. The 12 different things. Who knew that song? You'll never hear the song. You'll never hear it the same way again. I promise you.
I think our little passenger may not be doing so well.
What is it?
He has been under lock and key ever since they discovered his special talent.
Whoa! He's gone!
Get him! Anybody see the dog?
He jumped off before we could get him.
I want every law enforcement agent looking for our specimen by nightfall.
Doesn't look like it's gonna be much of a Christmas this year. After paying all the bills, there's barely anything left over to play Santa.
You mean no presents? My dad told me never to go in there. Why? Because it's not safe. Ah! Whoa! We can stay at our house, but until we find its owner, okay? Look! He's eating it!
Now, this isn't bad, kid, but what's with the Brussels sprouts?
Double whoa! You're gonna think I'm crazy. He actually spoke to me. A talking dog.
I'm not a talking dog. I'm a thinking dog.
Did you guys just hear that?
A real-life talking dog? I mean, what's... My name is Murphy, but you can call me Murphy.
He must be some special government dog.
When they found out what I could do, they sent me away for experiments.
They won't hurt him anymore, because we're keeping him.
I cannot risk that animal falling into the wrong hands.
So
I've called it Agent Sharp.
I've landed.
if Agent Sharp finds that little animal before we do, chances are that dog won't stand a chance.
The Army wants me back, and there could be danger.
No, he belongs to us.
No mutt makes a fool out of Camilla Sharp.
Do you hear that?
Run! Push the metal to the pedal.
I'm ready for my close-up. High five. Come on, I'm working on this. All right, come on.
A Doggone Christmas from 2016 came around starring YouTube star Jesse the Jack Russell Terrier. We're going to be in 2 sequels, A Doggone Hollywood and A Doggone Adventure. This is the holiday story of Murphy, a telepathic dog taken by the CIA. The government ready to liquidate children in order to get back their secret weapon, a small dog so cute when he's sleeping. Now, may I ask, Sam, why did you pick this movie? Of all films, of all Christmas movies, there's so many. Why didn't you tell us about Miracle on 42nd Street? Miracle on 42nd Street, what the called? I don't know. 42nd Street stuck in my head. There's other Christmas movies, all right, but let's go with the joke. 2 words, Jim Wynorski. Even with the assignment of making a cute dog movie for the holidays, Jim knows what daddy wants. So he cast Dominic Swain, yes, Lolita, as a researcher, Gail Thackeray from Hard to Die as a woman on a train, and Laura Parkinson, Snow White from Avengers Grimm Time Wars. You know, I watched the fuck out of that. Merry Christmas. As an agent dressed in skin-tight leather for the entire movie, this is the Man That Made Chopping Mall movie that introduced me to soft swinging. Why are those kids in Chopping Mall? I ask you this. It's just a Christmas aside. Let's drop Christmas for a second. I was never invited to a party inside a furniture store in high school, much less I wasn't invited to that many parties. I wouldn't have gone anyway. I was like sitting home, I gotta watch Fright Night again. But anyway, they all go to this furniture store and they just all start having sex around each other. Like, there's nowhere else to go. Like, you couldn't like maybe go a couple, and there's that like virgin couple and they're like, it's really creepy for us. Yeah, because they're swingers. Setting a rocket off to the moon down here. This is the man who made Chopping Mall, and here he is still working, still making movies for kids to be babysat by as their parents turn on Tubi while they go out to wrap gifts or probably have sex in the other room. He just made Murderbot. He's still out there. Jim's still out there. He's making movies all the time. Throwing the most wonderful time of the year. Let him into your home. Put out some milk and cookies for Jim Wynorski. If it's cold outside for you, it's cold outside for Jim Wynorski. Watch one of his movies over Christmas. He's made a few. Anyway. You still feeling it? How about Elf Bowling the movie?
It came from the North Pole to spread its strange power across the earth, possessing, controlling. Bowling? Yes, it's Elf Bowling, the game. The outrageous mega hit gaming sensation downloaded over 100 million times. From top portals, websites, wireless networks, and the most downloaded game ever on AOL. Direct from its unprecedented 7-year run on the World Wide Web, 850 million acclaimed performances on desktops, laptops, cell phones, and PDAs everywhere. Enjoyed an incredible 300 to 400 times per second internationally, and backed by astonishing popularity statistics up the kazoo.
A cultural icon!
And now, the most outrageous cyberspace holiday gaming hit is coming to the big screen.
This is like a chick flick, except it's a munchkin and a fat guy.
Elf Bowling, the movie. The first feature-length animated movie fueled by the power of this proven successful, globally recognized brand.
Google me name, you swab, and you'll see it a billion gazillion times.
The Great North Pole Elf Strike. If the game Elf Bowling, who remembers it? 2007, those games are lost. We were playing Flash games back then. But in that game, the elves of Santa's workshop are on strike, so Santa decides to attack them by throwing bowling, like using his bowling pins, and they send all the balls you got, Santa. It's the perfect game to adapt into a kid movie. It became an internet sensation in 1999 when people thought it was a computer virus. It took 8 years to make the movie, which even gets a sequel in which Dingle Kringle, I love saying Dingle Kringle, Santa's brother, hooks up with Mrs. Claus as they all go to Chocolate Island and meet the Moai statues of Easter Island. There were 8 of these games, including one for my people, the Italians, Elf Bowling Bocce style. Hey, well, you know how to bowl. And Elf Bowling 6 Air Biscuits, in which the elves can fly by farting. So anyway, this Wikipedia tells me this film was panned by critics for writing, animation, directing, humor, plot, musical numbers, voice acting, characterizations for having little or nothing to do with the premise of the game. I don't think that's a problem. Santa Claus is Joe Alaskey, who's Droopy Dog and many of the Looney Tunes voices you hear now, but Santa used to be a pirate. He redeemed himself somewhat by taking toys from the rich and giving them orphanages. He battles his half-brother, Dingle Kringle, and that's Tom Kenny, yes, SpongeBob. And like Holmes and Moriarty, they're both taken off the board. But, instead of the Reichenbach Falls, they get frozen into blocks of ice. Lexi Elf sees him and thinking, like the Eskimos did to the submariner, the elves start to worship Santa as some kind of god who will fulfill a prophecy of leadership, at which point he starts to bowl with them once he's thawed out. Unlike the game, the elves in this love being smashed by bowling balls. Dingle takes them to Fiji. Santa has to rescue everyone. The Moai also show up, despite Fiji being 4,600 miles from Easter Island. This is topped by dialogue that's quite intelligent, such as, I have a teeny question for you. Who pooped in a peanut barrel? At least Tom Kenny got his wife Jill Talley, Karen the computer wife on SpongeBob, a job as Mrs. Claus. He would later say that when he got a call to the project, he'd never heard of the recording location, which led to him driving around LA and ending up in a bad neighborhood where the recording took place inside a rundown apartment building. This is a U.S., Fiji, South Korea co-production directed by David Kim with Rex Piano. Rex Piano is almost as good as Dingle Kringle. Hey, everybody, Dingle Kringle and Rex Piano are here for dinner for Christmas. As co-director, this had animation outsourced to South Korea with the editing happening inside a Simi Valley house owned by Kim's mother. Kim was so hands-on that he did the motion capture himself for the dance scenes. The credits tell you that Elfboy 2, The Great Halloween Pumpkin Heist, is coming. The world was not ready for that. The movie got canceled. I would totally watch it. I warn you, this is the kind of CGI that makes Strike and Spare animation at a bowling alley look like a Tomo by comparison. There are theories the world ended in the 2000s and we're just residual memories of dead souls floating through a lifeless galaxy. This movie is a real argument for the truth of that one. Merry Christmas. I'll say it again. Santa isn't real.
Been in a coma for almost a year. We were beginning to lose hope.
But I didn't do it to myself.
Merry Christmas, Nick. I was actually going to head up to MJ's cabin tomorrow. After everything that happened last year, it might be good to get out of town.
Why don't we all go to the cabin together? We should get in the house. The snow's about to dump.
Well, are we going to be okay?
We have enough food and booze for a lifetime.
Whoa. You know, you can tell us what happened that night.
You probably won't believe me.
Oh, try me.
Somebody tried to kill me. It was Santa.
Santa Claus. Guys, Santa isn't real. And he doesn't wear a mask and go around killing people.
Tell everyone Santa is real.
Help. Santa Claus is trying to kill us. As if a fat man in a silly red hat could decide whether we live or...
2023, directed, written by Zach Locke. This starts with Nikki almost falling asleep. Santa comes out of the chimney and tries to kill her. She's in a coma for a year, and all of her friends believe she's actually trying to kill herself. Now, as the seasons come close to the holidays, everything upsets her. Every image of Santa, every carol, every day of Christmas. Nikki has horrible friends, a bad boyfriend named Nathan, and a worry that when she was drinking and taking sleeping pills that someone was trying to kill her, someone close to her. That doesn't stop her from going to a cabin with these friends. But she goes. Nothing unexpected happens. Of course, her boyfriend is having sex with one of her friends. Of course, people start getting killed. But I wanted to like this because the premise was so good. And I gave a lot to it. I got nothing back. It's not this. Write this down. This is like point to the sign, Sam. Not the worst holiday movie I've seen, but that should point to you how bad holiday movies can get. I mean, it is the fucking nadir of movies. Anyways, John Carpenter's Christmas. What? Made by Rumble Dog Pictures. Who said, in this alternate reality of John Carpenter's characters, Michael Myers is the patient, breaks out of a mental ward on Halloween night that's run by the caring yet naive Dr. Loomis. 2 months later, we find Michael wreaking havoc on the days leading up to Christmas for any diehard Halloween fans. I guess that's me. Check out this wintry take on your favorite mass killer. This film starts by using footage from Alone in the Dark. As Dr. Dan Potter, Dwight Schultz, arrives to meet with Dr. Leo Bain, who has been clumsily edited by audio to be Dr. Loomis. They're both played by Donald Pleasance. Makes sense. He runs a program for those with mental illness. They can be healed, including a violent group of criminals. Includes Byron, Preacher Sutcliffe, Frank Hawks, child molester Ronald Elster, and John the Bleeder Skaggs, who hides his face in this, and he is not called the Bleeder. He is called Michael Myers. That night, everyone escapes, and we don't see any of the characters from Alone in the Dark again. Why did we spend so much time with Martin Landau, Jack Palance? Go watch that movie.
You are my number one guy.
Way better. Other than Dr. Bain, who's now Dr. Loomis, that brings us to Black Christmas. And that proves to us that Bedford is close to Haddonfield. Movie stays in the world of this Bob Clark effort, reminding us the urban legend that Halloween was to be a ripoff of that movie, The Babysitter Murders, yet mixing in moments such as when Mr. Harrison going to look for his daughter at the frat house, and he gets to see Flick get his tongue stuck on a pole from A Christmas Story. This movie posits that all your favorite Christmas movies take place in the same universe. I don't know. There's a lot of fan service. I mean, I'm fine with the edit of the shape killing Claire, as it makes sense within this movie. They also take moments from Halloween 2 and do like fake snow effects, but where it gets goofy is there's a scene where Michael's playing the piano for Gizmo from Gremlins, or acting as the Shovel Slayer from Home Alone. These scenes are really poorly animated. It breaks the good work from the rest of the movie. The needle drop music doesn't happen. It doesn't help either, but I do like hearing Merry Christmas Everybody by Slade, so more Slade. The last shot, however, of the shape standing next to Claire's dead body in the attic, that's pretty good. I just wish they stuck the idea of Michael ending up in Pi Kappa Sigma's house. That's enough. But you know what? Sometimes just because you can do something doesn't mean that you should, so at John Carpenter's Christmas, not fun. But, yeah. I mean, you've been with me this far. When I was a kid, I watched a lot of Christmas specials. And by kid, I was 22 when this came out, 21 when this came out. Flintstone Family Christmas, produced by Hanna-Barbera, aired on ABC on December 18th, 1993, nominated for a Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Animated Program. What? This is the weirdest timeline of the series. This comes after the events of I Yabba Dabba Do, which is where Pebbles, who works for an ad agency, and Bam Bam works in a car repair shop, get married and move to Holly Rock so Bam Bam can be a screenwriter. Cool. 2 weeks before this movie, Holly Rockabye Baby, goddamn, aired and introduced the twin children of Pebbles and Bam Bam, daughter Roxy and son Chip, who appear to be Capcom palette swaps, with Roxy getting white hair and her mother's hairstyle, and Chip looking like his dad with red hair. As they go to get a turkey source for dinner, that's what you get. You get turkey source back in the Stone Age. Fred and Barney are mugged. This version of the Flintstones is the darkest version of the Flintstones. The show was originally for adults, yes. But this one has jokes about drive-by stonings and Charlie Manson rock are insane. It's insane. I mean, you really think that there is, in this universe, there's a Manson family. They stab Sharon Slate. I could totally rate for the Flintstones with the dinosaur fork. And you know what I mean? Like with one of those forks that's like a pterodactyl and there's blood everywhere and it's writing death to pigs on the walls, and they zoom in on the fork and it's a pterodactyl and it says, "What's a living?" So yeah, they get mugged by Stony Wilma. Stony. So yeah, they get mugged by Stony, a new character Wilma decides to adopt, which leads to Fred getting brutalized in a street fight and hospitalized, causing him to miss being Santa on the Christmas parade. Stony responds by kidnapping Mr. Slate, which gets Fred and Stony in jail together. Where do they bond? This is the last Flintstone special to ever air on ABC. It's first airing, again, December of 1993. I'm not into grown-up Bam Bam, super into grown-up Pebbles. Betty and Wilma have not aged at all, nor has anyone else. Basically, Stony seems to come from a street universe that this show never had before. One assumes he's supposed to be the Stephanie to Fred's Archie Bunker, but as this was the last movie in the timeline, we will never know, will we? They rushed all 3 movies out. They were going to do a series, didn't get good ratings. Turns out people don't want to see Pebbles and Bam Bam grown up and going through adult problems, just like the Brady's show. God, Pebbles works at an ad agency. What a horrible career choice. Anyways, Felice Navidad.